2,300 horsepower and 2,850 Newton-meters of torque, unheard of numbers in a car that weighs less than 2 tons, fitting full grown-ups and 4 full-size carry-on bags in the luggage area. 9-speed 4-wheel drive with 4-wheel torque vectoring, world's most powerful e-motor called the dark matter, with 800 horsepower and 1,500 horsepower combustion engine that can run 31 miles of electric motoring, and with the world's largest 100-liter fuel tank. This is, my friend, the all-new Koenigsegg Gemera. Before getting started with the most comprehensive Koenigsegg Gemera video in the whole internet, I suggest you might want to subscribe to my channel to see more videos like this. So let's get started from the beginning. Back in 2020, Koenigsegg announced the Gemera, a 4-seater supercar, as a concept. Koenigsegg called it the Megacar. Originally, the concept featured a 600 brake horsepower twin-turbo 2.0-liter 3-cylinder engine, known as the Tiny Friendly Giant, TFG for short, and 3 electric motors for 4-wheel drive and a total of 1,700 brake horsepower. However, Koenigsegg now says that it has incorporated its light-speed transmission, LST, that it developed for the Jesko and created the world's fastest 4-seater. Today was the ribbon-cutting ceremony for the brand new Gemera factory, with clients and dealer representatives flying in from around the world to attend. As part of the festivities, Koenigsegg unveiled the production version of the Gemera that will be produced in the new factory. Koenigsegg Gemera is a mid-engine 4-seater car for 4 full grown-ups with no compromise of mid-engine 2-seater feel. Koenigsegg Gemera features the world's most torque and power-dense electric motor ever produced, called the dark matter, with 800 horsepower and 1,250 Newton-meters of torque. I repeat, 800 horsepower. That is madness. Not only that, the Koenigsegg Gemera comes with a 100-liter fuel tank. World largest fuel tank. It took Koenigsegg years to figure it out, and they had to be super innovative about drivetrains, layouts and design to avoid compromise. Koenigsegg Gemera comes in 2 versions. 2.0-liter 3-cylinder engine called the TFG with 1,400 horsepower, and we have the HV8 version, the Hot V8, with 9-speed transmission 4-wheel drive with 2,300 horsepower and 2,750 Newton-meters of torque, making this 4-seater car the fastest car ever produced in acceleration, beating most 2-seater cars on a racetrack. To put that into perspective, Rimac Nevera does 0 to 62 in 1.81 seconds, and Koenigsegg Gemera claims it can do 0 to 62 under 1.9 seconds. And also, the Koenigsegg Gemera can reach 249 miles per hour. If you want a comparison with Rimac Nevera, let me know in the comments section. This extraordinary feat required groundbreaking innovation in drivetrains, design and layout to ensure the super sports experience remains untouched. With meticulous engineering, the Gemera maintains the appearance of a sleek, 2-seater mid-engine sports car, while effortlessly accommodating 4 fully grown passengers. Koenigsegg wanted to squeeze their super compact transmission, also known as light-speed transmission, LST, into a 4-wheel drive unit, reducing the flywheel mass and clutch mass on the engine, as those are all inside the LST transmission. To do this, they invented light-speed tourbillon transmission, LSTT. This transmission is wrapped around the engine so that both engine and transmission fit in the same space. This allowed them to keep the carbon fiber driveshaft and have a bigger torque tube. Bigger torque tube allowed them to have a single electric motor. This gave birth to the most powerful electric motor ever produced. Koenigsegg named this electric motor the dark matter. Koenigsegg calls this the big brother of the Quark e-motor. Dark matter e-motor can produce 800 horsepower and 1,250 Newton-meters of torque. This e-motor features Koenigsegg's Raxial flux technology they patented for the Quark e-motor. But it now has 6 faces. It's the world's first 6-phase e-motor for automotive use. With the e-motor you can go for one of the 2 engine options Koenigsegg offer. 5.0-liter twin-turbo V8 engine that can produce up to 1,500 horsepower for the combined power of massive 2,300 horsepower and 2,750 Newton-meters of torque, or the TFG 2.0-liter Tiny Friendly Giant engine with 3 cylinders that can produce 600 horsepower for a combined power of 1,400 horsepower. 5-liter version. It is called the HV8, stands for Hot V8, which would make this car the world's fastest 4-seater ever produced on the racetrack, with 4-wheel drive and 4-wheel torque vectoring. As Koenigsegg Gemera uses one electric motor, reducing the weight of the electrical propulsion system allowed a massive fuel tank with over 100-liter capacity. This is the world's largest fuel tank. This allows you to have an enormous range. From the 16.6 kilowatt-hours battery pack, the Gemera can reportedly even go 30 miles electric only. The Gemera HV8 is not only the most powerful and extreme production car on planet Earth, with an astonishing 1.11 horsepower per kilogram, but it is also the most practical and user-friendly sports car ever created. Koenigsegg created this masterpiece absorbing technology from the Jesco program and rewrapping the engine bay into something completely new to create just an unbelievable version of the Gemera. By supercar standards, the Gemera has a surprisingly luxurious interior. There are amenities like 4 heated seats, 8 cup holders, hot and cold cup holders side by side, front and rear infotainment screens, 3-zone climate control, and front and rear wireless device chargers. Koenigsegg now installs traditional side mirrors rather than the cameras on the original show car. The change is because the cameras are not yet legal in all markets. The production Gemera can be optioned with the Ghost package, adding a rear wing, extended front splitter, an S-duct, and other aerodynamic parts. In making the car more aggressive, this package reduces practicality by nixing the front trunk space. The Gemera will be built in an all-new building at the Koenigsegg campus in Angelholm. The 11,000 square meter Gripen Atelier is now finished. The factory expansion includes a new assembly area, customer lounge, experience center, offices, event space, showroom, retail spaces, and additional warehouses. Koenigsegg is also building an on-site test track there. With production of the Gemera set to start at the end of 2024 and customer deliveries scheduled to take place in early 2025. Koenigsegg plans to build 300 of them. I will catch you in the next one. Until then, here's a clip from the Gemera prototype testing. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this.
Behind me, we have the first driving Gemera prototype with all systems on board. Also, we have the first test Jesco prototype that happened to be out here today, and the first Regera test prototype. So this is really the day of the prototypes. But the focus here today is the 4-seater Gemera. We haven't really gone into detail on the testing program on this yet in public, but we will start to release more and more information as we go along. And it's very exciting because today I can show you this car driving, firing up. You can hear the engine for the first time in the car. And it's a lot of work going on behind the scenes here. We have a lot of test equipment in the car, data logging, and what is cool with the 4-seater is that we can actually have 3 developers and a driver working on the car, fine-tuning it together, and normally we only have 2 seats in our other cars, of course, so it's a bit of a time saver. Of course, the technology in this car is otherworldly. It's never seen before technology put together with a tiny friendly giant engine with all its uniqueness and special features and functions. The Quark e-motors, the David inverter, coming together to create this 4-wheel drive, 4-wheel torque vectoring, power monster, but a friendly monster. I mean, it's so easy and fun to drive, and it just gives this unique experience that I've never experienced before. So yeah, all the systems are being fine-tuned and built up together, and we're still very much in the development phase. For example, we're still tuning the engine, the exhaust sound, the responsiveness, and how everything interplays. But today you will have a little bit of a flavor of the car, basically. So I will drive a little bit, fire it up and drive a little bit, and yeah, here we go. Yeah, so it's a lot of test equipment in here, but it's just a wonderful space to be in, and it's so exciting to be driving this dream around. It's just an amazing experience. A bit of a flavor of the Gemera. Very exciting times, and we're in the fine-tuning process and getting everything more and more exciting as we go, and we will increase the power level, the RPMs. Now we're revving to about 4,500, and we have another 4,000 RPM and more to go, and that will be really exciting to get that RPM range power into the car. So stay tuned and watch this space.